Rain hammered the cracked roof of the tiny garage as old buckets caught the leaks one drop at a time. Rusted signs hung crookedly on the walls, and shelves filled with worn-out tools told the story of decades of hard work and sacrifice. Standing beneath the dim yellow lights was Daniel Carter, a widowed single father whose rough hands had spent years repairing cars while raising his 8-year-old daughter, Lily. Most people who drove past the place saw nothing more than a forgotten building waiting to collapse. But for Daniel, that rundown garage was the only thing keeping food on the table and hope alive after life had taken almost everything from him. Before we continue, if you believe kindness and second chances still matter in this world, please like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more emotional stories that remind us never to judge people by appearances. Business had been slow for months. Bigger repair shops had taken away most of his customers, and bills piled up faster than he could pay them. Yet every morning, Daniel opened the garage with the same quiet determination. His daughter would sit in a corner after school, doing homework while her father worked late into the evening. Lily never complained. Even though they struggled financially, she always smiled and reminded her father that her mother used to say storms never last forever. One cloudy afternoon, the sound of expensive engines echoed outside the garage. A convoy of luxury vehicles stopped in front of the building, drawing curious looks from nearby shop owners. Out stepped Victoria Hayes, one of the youngest and most successful CEOs in the city. At 38 years old, Victoria had built a technology empire worth hundreds of millions. She was respected for her intelligence and feared for her perfectionism. Dressed in an elegant designer coat, she stared at the old garage with visible disbelief. Behind her sat a rare European supercar worth over $1 million. The vehicle had suddenly failed while she was traveling through the area. Several elite mechanics had already tried to diagnose the problem without success. A towing company had brought her there because every nearby shop was full. As Victoria looked around, her eyes fell on the peeling paint, the aging equipment, and the leaking roof. The sight made her shake her head. She couldn't understand how anyone could trust such a place with something so valuable. In her mind, the garage represented failure and mediocrity. She quietly mocked the condition of the building and doubted that the man standing in greasy overalls could possibly solve a problem that highly trained specialists had failed to fix. Daniel noticed the doubt in her eyes. Years of hardship had taught him to recognize judgment without hearing a single word. But instead of feeling angry, he simply smiled politely and inspected the car. Deep inside, he knew that appearances had caused people to underestimate him all his life. The challenge before him was enormous. The engine system was unlike anything most mechanics encountered. Advanced electronics controlled nearly every component. One wrong move could destroy parts worth more than the entire garage. Yet Daniel wasn't intimidated. His late wife had always believed in his talent, and those memories gave him strength whenever life seemed impossible.